When do you, I'm talking to a Clemson fan, start to point the finger at your head coach? Are you ever going to do that? I think you should. You've blamed everybody else. You blame DJ Oogabadoogie. You blame the offensive coordinator. You blaming whoever. Blame the guy it all starts with. Dabo Swinney. One day y'all will. If Clemson was in the Big Ten or SEC, they go 7-5 every single season. All right, I literally just hit in on the Alabama video. Guess who we're about to talk about? Their game just finished up. I actually finished watching it before I started the Alabama video. You know what I'm about to say, don't you? Calm down, Matt. Calm down. You goofy goober. I know. I know. Y'all gonna say it with me? Should I even say it? I'm gonna say it, don't worry. Actually, you know what? No. No. By the way, I don't want to make this a long video because I'm trying to watch these 2:30 games. We got the college game day game of the week, Tennessee Volunteers, Georgia. As always, come back later tonight. You know we're going to be doing a reaction video to those. Oops. Let's write this because I want to emphasize it. One day, all you Clemson fans are going to say, you're going to write it in the comment section. Matt was right. Dabo is a dinosaur and he has failed to adapt. He's been right for 4 years. One day you're going to admit it. When will that day come? I don't know. But I've been telling you for years, 4 years, maybe longer, that Dabo Swinney is a, say it with me, he's a dinosaur. I normally write stats down on the whiteboard. I feel like I shouldn't even do that. I don't want to discredit Haynes King, by the way. Can we just build a statue of this guy? If you don't like Haynes King, what's wrong with you? I understand it if you don't like me. That's cool. But Haynes King, he is everything that football is. I mean, he's just a dream player. Old school quarterback, runs over linebackers, doesn't slide. I love it. Haynes King, #1 fan right here. #1. I could turn this into like a 20-minute Haynes King hype video. Don't even get me started on him. I love everything about his game. And I think why he's so likable is because as college football fans, we can all agree, is he going to win the Heisman Trophy? Absolutely not. Is he an NFL quarterback? Absolutely not. But what he is something we can all relate to. A guy who's just gritty and works his tail off. He may not be the best. He's not the most talented, but he's given 110% max effort. Haynes King, although I don't think anybody in this life deserves anything, deserves this. Georgia Tech deserves this. Brent Key deserves this. My gut was telling, my gut was telling me, I wanted to pick Georgia Tech. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be close. I wanted to pick Georgia Tech in this game. I said it word for word in the preview prediction video. Go watch if you haven't already. I want to pick Georgia Tech. I should have picked them. But my gut was telling me, come on, Matt, give Dabo one more chance. Clemson's going to pull it out. They got to pull it out. This is a playoff game for them. They're not making the playoffs, guys. So somebody, you're already going to, I know. Somebody's going to go in the comment section. Matt, what if they run the table? Buddy. Run the table. You're 0-2 this year against real teams. Troy don't count, and you almost lost to Troy. What are you talking about? Well, Matt, what if we run the table? Bro, you're not getting in the playoffs. I don't even know if you're going to make a bowl game at this point. You probably have some cupcakes, but on a serious note, you're not winning more than 9 or 10 games. It's just not going to happen. It can't happen. You suck. Clemson's not even a top 75 team right now. You could argue and say if they would have played at Troy, Troy probably wins that game. Maybe. 16-0 to Troy? That's embarrassing. At home. Sheesh. And then you get, I'm not going to say embarrassed by Georgia Tech, but they do what Georgia Tech does. They limit the possessions. They're going to run all over you, quarterback power, and you couldn't stop them. Granted, I said it in the preview, it's hard to stop the quarterback run. I'm not shocked that Georgia won this game by any stretch of imagination. But we know why we're here. We know what we're going to talk about in this video and why you clicked on it. This is more about Dabo the dinosaur. This is more about the Clemson Tigers. They have just completely fallen off. I said it 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I'm going to say it again. Sounds like I'm going to repeat myself. It's because I am, because people don't believe me. Timothy and Bobby, I see you watching this video. One day you're going to believe me. One day. Let me say this loud and clear. If Clemson was in the Big Ten or SEC, they go 7-5 every single season. If you disagree, you don't know what you're talking about. The ACC is hot garbage. That's the only reason they continuously make the playoff. ACC is garbage. Put them in the Big Ten. Put them in the SEC. 75, 8-4. Guaranteed. Every year. Maybe occasionally they could sneak out 9 wins. Maybe. But I don't know. It's kind of pushing. I know for sure they're not winning 11 or 12 regularly. Ain't no way Clemson could win 11 or 12 games in the SEC or Big Ten. There's no way. You can't even get... Well, for starters, aren't they like 0-5 against the SEC in their last 5 matchups? Get out of here. You got embarrassed. I know I'm talking about last year, but it applies to the situation because it's Dabo's. He's failed to adapt. You got embarrassed at home. Death Valley. Death Valley, my butt. There ain't no home field advantage there. By Louisville. No, you heard me correctly. Louisville. I get getting blown out on the road because that can be a team's like, homecoming or something. At home, though? Golly. And don't let the final score deceive you. That game wasn't close at all. I know the final score. I remember it was 33-21, but it was a blowout. The fans left, I think, in like the early third quarter. Crazy. The fall from grace. What's that saying? Ain't it in a song? It's like the bigger the build, the harder the fall, something like that. I don't know. But Clemson is... Here's my thing, right? I know we haven't talked about the game much because I don't really think there's much to talk about. Georgia Tech is who we... They played exactly like they do. Clemson played exactly like they do. They're not a good team. Dabo's a dinosaur. Cade Klubnik is the most overrated quarterback in all college football. That's it. Period. The end. Here's the thing. When I preview and predict a game, and it goes exactly how I thought it would, I don't have much to talk about because I already said it. I spoke it into existence. Some of you are going to say, well, Matt, you picked Clemson to win. Yeah, I still thought it was going to be close. I'm not shocked. I thought Georgia Tech would probably give them a run for money, and they did. I just thought Clemson pulled out because they had to win this game. It was a must-win, and they couldn't. Moving along from that, actually, you know what? Let me look at these stats. We're going to do this in live time. Are these even worth writing down? Because I don't want to discredit, what's his name? Haynes King. We'll write the stats down because I know you guys like looking at those. And then I'll get back on my Dabo the dinosaur rant. Yeah, fun fact. Actually, I'll write these down. I'll be right back. By the way, I apologize. This expo marker looks extremely dim. I still think I should see it okay. I don't know if I bought a bad batch or something, but all the expo markers I bought, I'm looking at them on the floor. They're not good. I guess I got to buy some more or something. Anyways, Klubnik, he got outplayed by Haynes King. Overrated, like I've been trying to tell y'all. 15 for 26, and I mean that with all due respect to Haynes King. 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT, but also 1. He did, actually, we'll do this. Dude, why is this so damn? I just bought these. 1 fumble and 1 rushing touchdown. So we'll go rush, TD, right there. King, make sure I'm getting this right. Yep. 19 for 27. Very nice. 216 passing yards. As you see right here, I have rushing yards written down. Draw a line under that. 25 carries for 103. Wow. He was their leading rusher. Jamal Haynes, second leading rusher on the day, only had 26 yards. Averaged 2.2 yards per carry. And we'll do a comma, 1 TD. I love Jamal Haynes. They got to get him more involved. Find a spark for him. But Haynes King, he is Georgia Tech. He's either going to throw the ball or run the ball. He's their entire offense. And yet, teams, and Clemson has a good defense, still can't stop this man. They can't stop him. He's so hard to game plan for because you can know it's coming, but it's another thing to stop it. That quarterback run, I'm not taking up for Clemson. Y'all know this. I'm the last person to take up for them, but it is hard to stop because you get an extra blocker on the play. That's what people don't take into account. That extra blocker makes all the difference in the world. So there's your numbers. I don't have too much to say about that. King, the numbers look better for him. I'd also say he outplayed Klubnik, and it's not too close. But this has been the story of Klubnik's career. He's just always making mistakes. Not a big-time player. He's not clutch. Defense bails him out. Defense bailed him out against Troy. Any other team's up on you 16-0, and it should be 17-0. They missed or blocked a PAT. You're probably going to lose that game, but the defense clutched up. I don't even think Troy scored again. After that, if I were a Clemson fan, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. I want to be careful in saying this. Actually, I don't want to be careful. I have been telling, I think I said 2 years ago you should fire Dabo. Here's your... Sorry, I'm just wanting to make sure I say this correctly. I don't know if you're a Clemson fan, let me know in the comment section. I can't speak for you because I don't know what y'all's goals are. I don't know what the standard is at Clemson. If the standards have rose, that's fine, but let me know. If, I'll throw out two different scenarios, you are expecting to compete for a champion. I'm not talking about sneaking the playoff on some fluky run last year. That was terrible. That Clemson team sucked. They should, I'm over-exaggerating. They just weren't that good. They shouldn't have been in the playoffs. I'm talking about really, if you are wanting to compete for championships, if that is your goal, you have to fire Dabo Swinney. Or you should want Dabo Swinney fired. But Matt, I know the rebuttal. He's won multiple championships. I don't care. That's in the past. That doesn't amount to a hill of beans, unfortunately. Sad reality. It doesn't. It's like with Bill Belichick with the Patriots. How many Super Bowls did he win them? I lost count. Was it 5, 6, 7? I don't know. But he was terrible at the end of his tenure, so they got rid of him. And he won more championships than Dabo Swinney. Doesn't matter what you did in the past. If you're washed up, you're washed up. Dabo's a dinosaur, man. I hate it for him. I do, but... Well, I don't hate it for him. But you get my point. If your goal is to compete, if you're the athletic director, fans, whoever, for championships, he's got to go. However, I'm not from that area. I don't really have a lot of sources out there, so I really don't know. I'm asking if the standard there and the goal there is to win 8 to 10 games a year, just kind of be within the top 15, top 20, occasionally you win a playoff game here or there. If that's the goal, then you could probably stick it out with Dabo. I think he's a solid head coach. I think he's really good. But there's levels, there's tiers. He's nowhere near the great tier. He used to be elite. I had him and Saban in elite. Well, Saban's retired. I actually dropped Dabo down from elite to great, then great to good / really good. And that's, your 8, 9, 10, 11 win teams. So let me know in the comment section. What was very interesting is, for years, who was the scapegoat? DJ Ugabadoogie. Granted, was DJ Ugabadoogie some hot garbage? We saw it at Florida State. Absolutely. But there were more problems than Ugabadoogie, and you're starting to see that. Notice how Cade Klubnik, same thing's happening. You got a great defense, the offense is trash. It's bunzos. At a certain point in time, and there was also, I remember years ago where people were blaming the offensive coordinator for the play calling under Oogie. When do you, I'm talking to a Clemson fan, start to point the finger at your head coach? Are you ever going to do that? I think you should. You've blamed everybody else. You blame DJ Oogie. You blame the offensive coordinator. You blaming whoever. Blame the guy it all starts with. Dabo Swinney. One day y'all will. I've been doing it. You just got to jump on the train. And it's not like I'm wishing the worst for Dabo. I'm wishing the best for him. Seems like a great guy. I just got to call things for how I see it. He's washed up. The game has passed him by. He has failed to adapt. That's what separates your Sabans from Dabos. Saban is the GOAT because he learned how to adapt. Remember, I think it was around 2011, 2010. So when Oregon was starting to do the no huddle stuff. Nobody was doing no huddle. And they were asking Saban about it. He's like, yeah, I don't like it. But eventually Alabama turned into not a no huddle team, but they started speeding up the tempo because Saban understood, hey, we can't run the ball like we did in 2008, 9, and 10. We got to start passing a little bit more. We got to get quarterbacks that aren't game managers like a Greg McElroy, A.J. McCann. We got to get it to guys that can sling it for 400 yards. Alabama's offense completely changed. Rest is history. Nick Saban also was like, yeah, I don't like the transfer portal. Guess who used the transfer portal just as much as anybody else? Saban. You may not want to adapt, but you have to. Period, the end. I can't harp on that enough. Adapt, adapt, adapt. Or you turn into what I wrote down previously, the dinosaurs. Many more things I could say. I need to hurry up and get back to, I got the games on or behind the camera. If you ever see me looking back there, it's the TV. Yep. Ooh, Tennessee whooping Georgia's butt a little bit. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Many more things I say.